SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is Race Day, sponsored by SwimOutlet.com. We've just wrapped up Day 5 prelims here in Omaha of the USA Swimming Trials. I'm Tiffany Elias, joined by Jeff Cummings and John Lone, and we're going to bring you a recap of this morning's coverage. All right, so we started off with the 100 freestyle. Out in front, Dana Vollmer, followed by Allison Schmidt and Jessica Hardy. Really close together, 54.3 to a 54.5 for Jessica Hardy. But also in the mix there, we've got Missy Franklin, Natalie Coughlin, Margot Geer. Talk about the semifinal tonight.
I think it was a really good prelim. I was really kind of interested to see how everybody was going to kind of play with strategy. The one that really shocked me was Margot Geer. She was out under American record pace. I mean, she's a good swimmer. I mean, we've seen that at NCAAs, but you know, that's a really aggressive swim, and maybe it's just for her to just see how going out that fast would feel. It looked like she backed off a little bit. I don't think she got that tired. So I'm really anxious to see her in semis.
This is a 180 of the men's in terms of just a solid start, where the men got off to a rocky start and it carried over into the semis. So hopefully a positive opening to this event will mean even better results tonight in the semifinals. A little concerned with where Natalie Coughlin is. She took it out really hard this morning, was ahead at the 50, and I don't know if that was as much shutting it down as much as that was really wavering toward the wall. This is the last chance for her. She has entered in the 50, but let's face it, there's no realistic chance of making the 50 in the Olympic team. So she's got to be top 6 here tomorrow night. Right now she's 9th, so just get into the final, first things first, and then we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, still pretty early on to make predictions, but Dana Vollmer definitely Dana and Allison, safe to say, front runners for 1-2.
And Missy.
And Missy. Can't count her out.
Never.
So we moved into the 200 backstroke, and it was Lochte and Tyler Clary out front, 157 for both of them this morning. Matt Grievers grabbed that third place position with a 159. Plenty guys still in the mix there headed into the semifinal. We've got Nick Thoman, as we know, who grabbed second in the 100 backstroke. And we've also got our young guys in there, Ryan Murphy and Jack Conger.
Now Grievers goes third and ends up scratching the event, which I think is a really wise decision by him. He knows where he stands in this event. As good as he is in the 100 back and second fastest time ever, he's not going to beat Clary in this. He's going to have his hands full with a guy like Ryan Murphy. So get rid of this event. Focus on the 100 free tonight. Number one, make sure you nail down an Olympic relay spot, and then maybe give somebody like Jimmy Fegan a run for the number 2 spot in the open 100 free and see what happens. It's just a wise tactical move.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by it, though, because he's been talking all year about getting excited about swimming that 200 backstroke. So I would have thought he would at least swim through semis to see where he stood with it and then just make his decision from there.
I think the problem with that, though, comes with that event's before the 100 free tonight.
Yeah.
So do you want to jeopardize what's probably the better chance?
Yeah, and he said in his post-interview, the relay 100 freestyle is more important to me than the 200 backstroke. And I think had he not let's say, made the 100 backstroke, more pressure would have been on for that 200 backs. We might have seen the cards play out a little differently there. But since he's already secured the 100, he really wants to be on that relay.
Right.
All right, so moving into the women's 200 breast, Sony put up a really impressive prelim swim, 2:23, and she looked really comfortable. In behind her was Micah Lawrence, 2:24, and Andrea Kropp, 2:25.
Yeah, it was really impressive. Morning swim, like the 100 free, just all these girls being very aggressive. Micah Lawrence right on her best time, Andrea Kropp best time. Rebecca Sony could have gone 2:25 and been just totally fine, but I think she just loves that event so much she just doesn't like to go slow.
I think she's less than thrilled also with a second place finish in the 100 breast. I can't imagine that's sitting real well, regardless of whether she's in peak form or not. And from what we understand, London is where she'll really peak. She's just getting through this thing, but I can't imagine that's sitting.
Yeah, and we can't forget Caitlin Leverins. She was so smooth this morning. It looked like a warm down swim. She was a 2:28, so we should expect her to turn it on. She's going to definitely want one of the middle lanes going into finals. So I think we can see her and Sony kind of a lot closer tonight in finals. And what about Bria Larson and Amanda Beard? They were both 2:27, 2:28, solid swims. I think I'm interested to see what Bria has in the 200. I don't think she's going to be contending in this event, but still solid prelim swims.
Yeah, that semifinal will unveil a lot of things in terms of that group that's bunched up right now in that 27-28 range.
All right, so the last event this morning was the men's 200 IM. As we know, this is going to be a Phelps and Lochte showdown, but leading the way is Connor Dwyer going into the semifinals, 159. Also joining him with a 159 was Phelps, and Austin Siernoff for a third 159. Lochte grabbing that fourth place position, and must throw in there as well Peter Vanderkay for fifth.
Yeah, Peter Vanderkay, just I guess it's just kind of one of those things that he's still got a little fire burning in him from missing that 200 free final. And it's just a throwaway event just to get ready for the mile. But I just got to say, I'm happy that 4 guys went under 2 minutes in this 200 IM. I mean, that's really good depth. I mean, obviously everybody's looking at it being a Lochte and Phelps, Lochte 1-2 in the final, but that just shows that once Phelps is gone, that there's some good potential behind him.
All right, so that wraps up the swims from day 5 prelims. Let's take a look at what's to come tonight. Tonight on the men's side, we have the 200 breast final, 2 back semi, 100 free final, and the 200 IM semi. And on the ladies' side, we've got 3 100 free semi, 2 breast semi, and 2 fly final. Any most anticipated race?
I think the thing that kicks it off tonight, that 3-man battle in the 200 breaststroke, Eric Chanteau, Clark Burkle, Brendan Hansen, somebody's staying home. They're so tightly bunched right now. I have to believe Chanteau probably has a little bit of an edge right now. I think he hasn't shown nearly as much. The other guys, I think they're also a little bit more to come, but maybe not as big a drop as Chanteau is capable of tonight.
And I think on the same size as the women's 200 fly final, you got a 3-person race: Kim Vandenberg, Kathleen Hersey, and Camille Adams. I think they're all pretty hungry, and it's going to be a really good fight in that one.
Well, a lot more fast swimming to come. Thanks for watching our coverage so far. This is Race Day, sponsored by SwimOutlet.com. I'm Tiffany Elias with Jeff Cummings and John Lone. Make sure to go to Swimming World TV to check out all the interviews throughout the course of this week. We've got a few more days to come and a lot more fast swimming. So we will see you again after day 5 finals.